gold tomorrow night. Remember, the French defeated Team USA in the first game of pool play. We had like 137 segments that followed because of it. But, Nick, what was your reaction? Luka coming so close.
Hold on, Jenna. No, 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right,
Nick, you're such a bad parent. You're such a bad parent. Why are you on this show right now when you could be over there consoling your son? You're supposed to be with your son right now. Now, come on, man. You're on our show right now when you could be over there right there supporting your kid? Come on, man.
Well, listen, you're right about that. I should have been there. And he got injured. He hurt his wrist, which is why he didn't shoot the ball much in the fourth quarter. Instead, he just had 18 assists. And on the final play of this is the first triple-double in the Olympics for Team USA, or maybe for anyone, certainly for Team USA since LeBron in 2012. And on the final play of the game, he had Gobert on him. He didn't feel comfortable shooting. He passed it. They got a layup. They got a layup to win the game, and Nick Batum came in and blocked it. So for me, Wilds, this is a good news, bad news situation. The bad news is my pick to win the gold, Slovenia, is now out. My son is out, and it's devastating for our family and for the greater Slovenian area. The good news is this.
Nobody's there.
I get to root for Team USA because not only are they not playing my son, but they're playing France. And is there anything better than rooting against France? No, there's not. Is there any? Guess what? Rudy Gobert back in our life in a high leverage game. We get to root against Rudy Gobert. Oh my God! Play the tape of the Rudy Gobert playoff failures. I can't wait for it. So Team USA got a break because Luka was going to light them on fire. Now Team USA is going to win the gold. It'll be wonderful. So that's my takeaway from this. But I'm sad.
Okay, it's odd that you hate France so much. You don't love Evan Fournier.
Who likes France?
You don't love Rudy Gobert. Yeah. I like France.
You ever been there? They don't exactly oh, really? They treated you well?
I've been.
The French people were also welcoming of the non-French people?
Yes, they treated
That's
me.
not my experience, buddy. That's not my experience, buddy. Not my experience. Sure, I'm sure they did.
I had a wonderful time in France.
Okay.
No, this has nothing to do with French. I'm excited for this. But Brandon, this would be a disaster if we didn't win. Like France has already beaten us, so I know it's like I would rather have played Luka, which is sort of a one-man army, versus France, where Fournier had a monster game. Gobert plays better in those international rules. The 10-minute quarters scare me a little bit. The longer the game is, the better chance the more talented team just sort of evens things out. And these tight games when Fournier could go off, Gobert starts playing well, starts taking balls off the rim, which you're allowed to do in the international play. So I'm still a little bit nervous considering we already lost to them once.
Yeah, listen, run it back. This is probably the best thing for Team USA. Look, we would love to see Luka go against our boys, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen. So now they're in position to right their wrongs. Now, if they would have lost this, it would have been a bigger story. We'd have been talking about it all day. But this is what we expect from Team USA and the best basketball players in the world. So, Greg, I'm excited that they're now in this position to right their wrongs. I'm excited that they're in this position to go for gold. But at the end of the day, did you expect anything else?
No, this is you're hitting every point. Yes, as a competitor, you're talking about the best players in the world, and you lost to this team in France, and you have an opportunity to potentially see them again to win a gold medal. Yes, give me that team right there so we can show everyone in the world that we are the best. That is who they wanted. I get it. I get it, Nick. Luka is special, and everybody loves what Luka was able to do as a one-man show wrecking crew. But if you're a competitor, give me France because of the way that we lost and how the feeling that we had. Now we take that into this gold medal game, and we get to redeem ourselves.
And in that fourth quarter of the pool play game against France, Durant was, I believe, 0 for 6. It was his worst game of these Olympics. Durant was sensational again last night against the team Wilds was rooting for, the Boomers. Wilds can call me un-American. He's been rooting for the Boomers for 6 weeks now. He's just acting like he was all Team USA. No, he wasn't. He was rooting for Australia. But to Wilds' point about how even during medal or during the knockout round, The U.S. has had big deficits. They were down 10 in the quarterfinals and came all the way back. They were down 15 last night and went on a 20-0 run and ended up winning comfortably. I don't know if they can afford to get down like that against France, but they'll beat France and they'll win the gold. And Durant will become the most decorated U.S. men's basketball Olympian ever. Yeah.
Oh, Nick, the best player in the world today, okay, Kevin Durant,
just lost.
Drop 40.
Just lost.
Going to drop 40
France.
tomorrow.
40.
Yeah, whatever.
40.
Whatever.
All right, that revenge game. USA.
It doesn't matter. He just went for 30. He just
hoping for that. Acquiring a guy like Trey Lance was going to bring the best out of Jimmy Garoppolo. You knew you weren't able to really get anything major from him. You wanted to hold on to him. You know the potential is there, but the health has always been an issue. He's always been able to perform when he's on the football field, but can we get more? Can you get us actually to the big dance and win it? And so when you look at what John Lynch said, he said people are saying, well, if they're both playing great, who do you go with? It was a great problem to have, and here's why. Because, number one, we know the future of the 49ers is Trey Lance. He is the future of the 49ers. But if you don't have to rush him on the field and he's playing well and he gets a year to sit and absorb and learn and might get in from here to there because of winning, this is a scary football team. It's a win not only for the 49ers, but it is a win for Jimmy Garoppolo as well because his stock goes up. The 49ers now are going to get even more for him, and they know they have something coming off of the bench and a first-round draft pick, Trey Lance, that they can hand over the reins. So this is a win-win for everyone involved. Jimmy Garoppolo, yes, I'm excited that he's a competitor, unlike, unfortunately, Carson Wentz didn't want to do it with the Eagles. This is what competition breeds. It breeds the best out of who you are. That is what we're seeing and hearing so much from Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's right. I mean, look, boy, they light your seat on fire. You're going to find a way. If you're a true competitor or if you've been in a rut, you haven't been playing well, if they make a move like this, you're going to find a way to get it done. First off, Greg, I love your shirt. Amazing. I don't know who makes that shirt, but it's awesome. Send it my way. You're such a wide receiver, such a little diva. I love it. But anyways, let me get straight to it. Jimmy G, you're right, Greg. Jimmy G is the answer. Here's the deal. Trey Lance, I love Trey Lance, okay? Whilst I had an opportunity to be around Trey Lance at the start of the combine season, right after college football season, December, he came down. The dude is built like a tight end. He moves like a wide receiver, and then we know he has a amazing arm. And he's also smart. He has high football IQ. The dude can get it done. He is the future. But right now, Jimmy G is the right answer. Jimmy G is the only way that you'll find yourselves in the Super Bowl, potentially, if everything comes together. Why is that? Because Jimmy G now understands how to get the ball out quickly. I talk about it all the time, Wiles, and you know this. Don't be a slow blinker in the National Football League. Can't win with slow blinkers. Look at these highlights. Jimmy G is getting back to in his drop, whether it's a 3-step, 5-step, 7-step, and the ball's coming out right away. Nobody wanted to talk about this for the last 2 years, but this was the problem with Jimmy G. He was going out there, he was overthinking things. This offense is not that complicated. You get to the line of scrimmage, you got to check with me. You get to the line of scrimmage, you may have 2 plays. And when you are halfway in your drop, you should know where you're going with the ball. You should be able to read coverage. You should be able to get your guys in the right position. You should be able to set the protection. Jimmy G now is in that position. So I'm telling you right now, Jimmy G, at the end of this year, December, he's going to have this team in a nice position. I'm telling you right now, Wilds. Don't listen to whatever Nick's saying. I hear you over there chirping, Nick.
No. The answer is Jimmy G. They're 22-8 with Jimmy G. Jimmy G went to the Super Bowl. And the idea that they went to the Super Bowl despite Jimmy G, just because Jimmy G executed the game plan and didn't call in and start changing plays at the line because he was more interested in winning games than winning your fantasy league or whatever you're mad at Jimmy G for. Like, that is what it is. The guy was a throw away from winning the Super Bowl. I know he missed one throw. And I know every other quarterback in the league have 100% completion completion percentage, and poor Jimmy G missed one throw by 2 feet for Emmanuel Sanders. But here's a question. I'm going to throw you a quick curveball, Nick, because John Lynch said something, and Greg said something, and Brandon said something, and I'm like, maybe we have to rethink this. And it's a true curveball. John Lynch said, well, you know what? You got competition in the building. You see Jimmy G got better. And Greg said, that's right. You can see Jimmy G getting better because there's a young rookie with competition, unlike Carson Wentz. And then Brandon said, yep, see what Jimmy G's doing? Competition brings out the fire. Okay, do we need to rethink the Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers decision then? Because all I've heard about is like, yep, that's the thing. You got a new rookie coming in, and it's inspiring the guy to do it. And we've all rejected it. But I just have to be honest, we've all rejected that theory. And then John Lynch said it, and Greg said it, and Brandon said it. So I want to throw it to you. Do we need to rethink that?